What better time than this current Saturnalia season to talk about this topic, which is unsavoury to some, taboo for others, and quite frustrating for others like myself, and that's abortion. So let's talk abortion. So the main reason why we can't talk abortion is because it's offensive. So if something's offensive and it's wrong, that's a good reason to talk about it. So I'm going to talk about it. And the reason why that reason is protected is because people yell and scream and they just offend you out of the conversation. And in Australia, it's a fact. If you're offended, you win the discussion. So I might have a conversation with somebody and somebody goes, I'm offended. It's like, okay, conversation over, you win, I lose. And that's what's happening here in Australia with abortion. Now, there's two main reasons what I can gather why abortion is okay, why it's legal. I think the main reason is because we're run by a Satanist world. Satan runs the world, and everybody who runs the world physically, they're beholden to Satan, and they've sold their soul to Satan. There's two sets of laws in the world. There's the laws of the land and there's the laws of God. And this is where the two contradict each other. So those of you who believe in abortion and you cling on to that thing that it's the law, sorry, it's against the law. So the two main reasons why it's accepted, what I can gather, is one, it's a woman's right to choose, and the second one is, what if the woman's raped? Okay, so woman's right to choose. Okay, so a woman decides she wants to kill another human, and that's cool. All right. So why does it stop there? So the babies are human. It's human. It's alive. It's been formed. It just hasn't begun its life outside of the womb yet. But it's every bit as human as you and I. Okay. Now the law says that it's a fetus and it's not fully formed. Sorry. It's not the law. It's against the law. The law says thou shalt not kill. You are killing another human. Now, this one I've been thinking about, this is why it's taken me so long to do this video. The reason why it's taken so long to do this video is this whole thing, why is the woman raped? And I think, I've been thinking that's got merit, that might have merit. But it hasn't. It's still no reason to kill a child. So my last two jobs, I've been fired because I was bullied in the workplace. I don't like that term bully, but it's true. I was treated like a piece of shit in the workplace. I hear all the time these politicians and now all the lefties get up there and say, you can't bully, you can't do this in the workplace, we won't have this, we equality and all this bullshit. And I was just openly bullied from the time I walked into those two places, Australia Post and Teletech in Gosford, T-Tech Gosford, Teletech Gosford. They're on Watt Street. What a bunch of animals. But anyway, I was fired because I stood up for my rights and I did it the right way. I followed the correct process and they fired me both times. So I have to put up with that now. Going forward, I'm finding it hard to get work. I want to go to work today, but I'm an on-call casual. So right in the middle of this video, I might get a call to go to work. I want to go to work. I need to earn a living, right? So the repercussions of those people, their behavior is still emanating in my life today. So I know it's on a different level, but just because you got raped, it doesn't give you the right to kill the child. Like, you've got options. You can give the child up for adoption if you like. If you're not going to love the child, you can give it up for adoption. But guess what? I've found in my journey since I found Christ that all those things that happened to me previously, I've spoken about my journey with my ex-wife and my kids, and the fact that my kids no longer talk to me because of what my ex-wife did to them. That's another thing that's manifesting in my life. It doesn't give me the right to kill anyone, because I've had a hard time in my life. But all of those things, me being a middle child, me growing up in a church, all of these things that made my life difficult as a kid and has made my life difficult going forward, it's all coming clear now. Now that I've accepted Christ, I go, that's why that happened. It's because God was preparing me. He's preparing me for this day, the day coming, the walking I'm having with Christ. So the fact you were raped, the fact that you got the gift of a child out of that tragic event, it's God preparing you for your purpose. And that kid is special. I mean, what a way to start your life. Like, how special is that kid going to be? I mean, they're the people that should be respected, because they're, so long as they don't just play a victim card and rah, 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 and poor me and all that, not interested in that. But their purpose from God is going to be, it's going to be real. We've all got a purpose from God. It's going to be very, very real. So to say no, to me, it doesn't stand up. It gives you no right to kill someone. Just like with the things that happened in my life, it gives me no reason to kill anyone. The hard things that have happened in your life, I'm sure people in your life, some people's life have had cancer. You've had hard times. You've had difficult times where people have done wrong by you, but it doesn't give you the right to kill people. Killing babies, unborn babies, born babies is a sin, and it's murder. And all those women out there that have one, you dig deep, you go into your heart of hearts, stop being offended for 1 minute, stop justifying everything you did for 1 minute, and you tell me that you don't think what that child would be doing right now, what that child would be like, how much you regret doing it. Guys, abortion is murder. It's a sin in the eyes of God. And I won't be quiet about it anymore.